Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world and time of day that you're watching this. Welcome to Simplify Your Tech, a webinar for coaches. I am so excited that you are joining me today because we're going to cover a ton of information that's going to make your life so much easier. I'm your host and guide, Kat Milner, the Chief Tech Ninja of Simplify Your Tech. Let's get started. So in the next 30 minutes, we're going to cover a lot of information, including the basics of what you need to set up and run your business online. And yes, there are a lot of things that you can use to run your business. And I'm sure that you have been hearing a lot about, well, you need to do this and you need to do that and you must do this. And it becomes like noise, white noise, and so confusing. So here's the thing. There's really only 5 things that you need to get started online. A CRM, which is a customer relationship manager where you keep all of the information for your clients, a landing page so that people can learn about what it is that you offer and start making money ASAP, a lead magnet, which is what draws those ideal clients in and makes them want to learn more about how that they can work with you. And we're going to get to some of this a little bit later. A basic automated email nurture sequence so that you don't have to follow everything up yourself, and it will download the lead magnet and make everything automatic and easy. And finally, to schedule a way to chat with you so that you don't have to email back and forth trying to find a time with every single possible ideal client. Now, when you're filling out your tech stack, within, say, 90 days, you can have your website up and running, your email newsletters and campaigns designed, composed, and scheduled, your social media posting on a regular basis, and so much more. Now, setting up your systems is your tech superpower. When you use Simplify Your Tech to set up those systems, this means that you have one platform, one login, and one payment per month, meaning that you are spending more time on clients, on income producing activities, and you're making more money and you're seeing more clients because you're keeping it simple. Now, this all saves you time, money, and stress. So why should you listen to me? Who the heck am I to tell you how to set up your tech? Well, I do have a little bit of expertise in this area. First, I'm a coach. I've been coaching since 1999, and I know that passion to want to make a difference in the world. I have been teaching people for since I was 14 years old, how to use technology. I've been teaching people anywhere from 10 years old to 97 how to use tech. I know how to break it down and make it simple. I've done it. In less than 6 months, I guided over 20 coaches to successfully launch their business online and start making money. I can help them, or I did help them, and I can help you. I have tested multiple platforms. I have been doing this and setting up online businesses since 1999. I have tried pretty much everything out there. I know what works. I know what doesn't. I know what's ridiculously expensive. I know how to do it more easy and more affordably. And the best part is that I've done all of this so that you don't have to. So you can focus on the work you love, which is your coaching, not on the tech. And honestly, my commitment and my passion is to see my clients be even more successful than they would like to be. The biggest joy that I get, and I get so turned on when this happens, is working with people who are honestly not tech savvy, even a little bit tech phobic, and watching that light bulb go on over their head where they're like, oh, I can do this. And it's like, yes, you can. And all of my clients tell me that my superpower is knowing how to make the complex simple. I make it really easy to learn and simple to use. And it is just so much more fun that way. Okay, so why are you here? That's why I'm here. Why are you here? I find that people tend to come for one of 2 reasons. That you're either brand new to business and you just want to have it set up correctly from the start. As my mother would say, do it right the first time and you never have to do it again. Or you fall into the other camp where you've been doing it for a little while. You've maybe been trying to do it inexpensively. So you've been using the free version of this platform and the least expensive one of that one. But you find that you're trying to balance and manage a multitude of logins, trying to get programs that are not designed to work together to talk to each other. And you're just kind of fed up and you just want it to be simple so that you can focus on the reason why you got into business in the first place. So that said, let's make it simple. So one of the most common things that I hear is that tech is hard. Okay. And let's keep this as simple as possible. Let's go back to that list of what we said that you would need to get started. So the first, keep hitting the wrong button. The first thing is having that calendar booking system in place. Now, what this does is it makes it so that you're not emailing back and forth trying to find a common time with people. Because what happens is about 3 or 4 out of 10 times, they want to meet when you really don't want to. Let's say you schedule client conversations on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday between 1 and 5, and they want to meet on Monday morning or Friday afternoon, and that's your family time, but that's the only time they have available. But if you send them a calendar booking link, then they can book in at a time that is convenient for them when you say that you're free, and it makes it easy for everybody, and you don't have to stress about it, and you don't have to feel like you're compromising your alone time or your downtime or your family time. Once in a while, maybe 2 out of 100, people will come back and say, none of those times work for me. Then it's not such a big deal to open up that time. But you do it because you choose to, not because you feel like you're having to. The next thing is to have an email system. This is absolutely critical for your client communication. And being able to have things go out automatically and be able to automate those regular tasks that you just do over and over, like calendar reminders and appointment reminders. Having that set up to automatically happen via email is wonderful. Now, a critical thing on this, and the thing that a lot of people miss right now, is that you really are going to want to have an email that's attached to your business name. For example, kat@simplifyyourtech.com, as opposed to kat@gmail.com, because it looks so much more professional. It looks like you're a real business, not a hobby. Plus, it helps you get through a lot of those filters. Now, a landing page. This is actually critical, but you need to have it for your one offer. This is your landing page for your lead magnet, which is what attracts your clients. It is the thing that, or maybe an event, but it's the one thing that you're doing. Now, a website is great, and that's definitely something that you're going to want to have. But when you're first starting and you really just want to get going, get clients, a one-page lead magnet that tells your ideal client who you are, what you do, and the kind of result that they can get as a result of this lead magnet. This is keeping them really focused on that one thing. The next is that email nurture automation. So again, having your email in place where it's hooked up to your CRM, and we're going to get to that in a second, so that it makes it easy. It just makes it so easy. And it keeps you from being tied to your computer 24/7. Next is a payment gateway. And this is really important because, and it really is one of the first things you need to have set up, because if you're not getting paid, you're not going to be in business for very long. And yes, you can do bank transfers and all of that. But what happens is if you're relying on that, chances are you're chasing people for money either before or after the service. If you're trying to chase them after the service, it gets a lot harder to collect. But if you have a payment gateway set up, so for example, if they book in for a one-on-one with you, they pay at the time of booking, it's just done. You don't have to worry about it. You've already received payment. They've already paid, so they're not dodging your phone calls, and it makes your entire business so much easier and more pleasant. And then finally is that CRM, your customer relationship manager. That's where you have all of your client information, any forms that they fill out, any documents that they send in. It's all connected. It's tagged so that if they come in through a lead magnet or through an event, you know exactly how you found them. You can schedule appointments, you can request payments, you can do all kinds of stuff in a CRM. It's really kind of amazing. So once you're established and you're starting to get some clients in and you've got a little bit of mental room, getting your website there is the best thing. Who are you? What do you do? Who do you serve? A calendar to book in discovery calls. Having all of these things. So if you have actual product, like maybe you're an author or whatever, but it lists your services, it lists your offers. It says basically everything about you. Having a social media scheduler is not crucial, but I'll tell you, it makes your life a lot easier. I use primarily Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and they're actually adding new social media platforms all the time. So having a scheduler where you can just block, schedule, and done, so wonderful. You can have a private membership. This is a place that's very similar to a Facebook group, except that it's on your platform and you don't have to worry about Facebook restricting or banning or censoring or any of that. It is your group, your rules. If you have an online course, being able to host that in the same place is amazing. And just have everything all in one place. It all connects back to your CRM. Life is good. Oh, and by the way, you don't even have to pay website hosting costs. Pretty cool, huh? Now, a lot of people, as I said before, do decide to go the do-it-yourself option, which means that you are figuring everything out on your own. And in the short term, it may feel like it's saving you money, but think about what it is actually costing you. You're having to deal with multiple options. You've got multiple platforms, logins, payments, and things that you have to learn. When you're trying to figure out yourself how to do it by yourself, it takes a lot of time, energy, effort, and it actually costs you money because the time that you're taking to figure this out, you could actually be seeing clients. And it's actually costing you a lot. I mean, think about it. If you hired someone, do you know how much it would cost to do that? Plus, do you know how to keep control of your business if you're outsourcing everything? So a lot of coaches don't consider themselves tech savvy, and it honestly can take like 3 times as long for you to try and figure it out yourself than if you were having someone guide you through the process. It can be a great option, but yeah, it actually can end up costing you an awful lot. So if you'd like an easier way, your time is valuable. You have invested in yourself and you have wanted to become the best coach that you possibly can. That's why you're doing this in the first place, right? So remember what Mom said, keep it simple, sweetheart, the KISS method. Having everything in one place with one login and one thing to learn and only one payment, it makes it really easy. Having everything that you need in one place saves you time, money, energy, and lets you get your business off the ground and seeing clients ASAP. And you are empowered. You're not alone learning this. It makes it really simple and fast to learn. And you know that it's being done correctly. You know what you need. And you know what you need to do when you need to change anything. And it empowers you to really run your business. So enter Simplify Your Tech, which is why I'm here, is to help you simplify your tech. It is the solution for coaches that means you're never on your own, and it makes it easy to learn, simple to use, and so much more affordable. And the best part is it doesn't have to be hard. So imagine this. You have a growing, thriving practice. Your landing page, your website are attractively designed with excellent copy, and it converts those leads into paying clients. Because your lead magnets and follow-up emails are going out automatically, your calendar is filling up. Your clients are scheduled. You have a waiting list, and you get to see them when you want to see them. With everything all in one platform, you have found it so easy to learn and to set up your systems in just a fraction of the time that it would have been to use multiple options, multiple platforms, and especially to try to do it on your own. So your time is your own for yourself, for your family. It's amazing. So if you want to be up and running in less than 30 days, you're going to need either someone to do it for you or training that is easy to access and easy to follow with step-by-step and click-by-click guidance so that you can watch it in real time, not on a quarter speed. Because if you're anything like me and you've gone to watch YouTube instruction videos, they tend to go, okay, click here, then here, then here, then here, then here, and done. And you're like, what did you just do? And you have to watch it like 20 times just to understand it, even at a slower speed. I don't know about you, but I find that incredibly frustrating. So in other words, work with someone who knows how to teach and doesn't speed through it. For example, I'll be like, first we're going to come over here, click here. Then we're going to come over here and click here. And I don't make it to the point where you're like, oh my God, I'm not an idiot. It's not like that. But it makes it so that if you are trying to follow along and do it with me, it's here, you do that. It's here, you do that. And it makes it really simple so that you don't have to watch it like 10 times. You get oops, wrong button again. You have trusted support to ask questions when you need it. No more wasting time on YouTube or Google trying to find that information. So with me, you have multiple options. We'll get into some of that later, but there's a Facebook group, there's email, there's office hours, there's co-working sessions, and videos. So you can get what you need when you need it. And you always want to be able to ask for support when you need it that you can understand. That is really critical. But the best part is you're not alone. You never, with Simplify Your Tech, you never feel alone. So how do you get everything you need? If you're tired of wearing all those hats, or as my mom used to say, being the chief cook and bottle washer in your business, then you're ready to make it simple and easy. So just keep watching. It's going to get really good. So my personal question is, which type of business owner do you want to be? Do you want to be the kind of person who's trying to do it all yourself and be all things to all people, including your business? Do you want to be the web designer, the copywriter, the VA? Or do you want to play to your strengths and do the things that you love, that you're good at, and be able to automate, which is honestly like having a whole team behind you, to automate it and just worry about the things that you actually care about. So if you want to be an empowered business owner, not the one on the left who's trying to be all things to all people, if you want to be empowered, then this is for you. Simplify Your Tech replaces all of these different programs. So no more learning and paying for other various programs, or even more importantly, trying to figure out how to get things that are not designed to work together to talk to each other. I know there's Zapier out there, and Zapier is wonderful, but sometimes it's not the most intuitive program. And even though things are designed to connect two programs, it's hard to figure out how to actually get them to talk to each other. Now, I used to use several of these programs, and one of the things that I love about having Simplify Your Tech is my costs stopped going up, because everything that you can do with these programs, you can do inside of Simplify Your Tech for one price that never goes up. So using Simplify Your Tech can save you up to or over $1,000 a month. Now, I tracked a little bit when I used to use these programs, and over 2 years, so a couple of years ago, I was still using some of them. And I actually found 5 programs that I used to use has gone up over $319. That's not the actual cost. It's the difference in cost from what I was paying 2-3 years ago to prices now. And combined, it was over $300 that my costs would have gone up had I not switched to Simplify Your Tech. So you can actually save a lot of money here, depending on what you're currently using. So how does Simplify Your Tech compare? Because there are a lot of options out there, and there are a lot of great options out there. And if you look at it, everything that you need is included and unlimited. Other popular programs out there are either limited or don't even have the same thing. Like, for example, templates and websites and templates for websites, forms, funnels. The other programs don't even have them. Or if they do, it's a limited amount. The funnels, sometimes they limit you. Your email. The one thing I find that most other programs limit you on is your emails. They'll say, okay, you can have up to 5,000 emails or 500 or whatever contacts. And then after that certain amount, they start to charge you more. We don't do that. It's absolutely amazing. So Simplify Your Tech is pretty much unlimited in every area. Now, how about a step-by-step, click-by-click guidance and support to do everything you need to get your business set up and running in less than 30 days? If that sounds good, keep watching because you're going to love this. This is how it works. When you sign up with Simplify Your Tech, there are 5 things. We already talked about that. 5 things that you're going to need to get up and running. You're going to be sent a series of quick start videos that will get you up and running ASAP. Now, I've actually had clients work through the quick start videos and the basics of what they need up and running in less than 2 days. Seriously. I actually have a few clients that have done it in a day because they just walk through the videos. So if you have a few hours to set aside, depending on how fast you learn, you could actually have it done in a couple of hours. But it's not out of the realm of possibility to do it within a day. It's really up to you. Now, these quick start videos include how to upload your images and videos to your media storage, how to connect things like your calendar and your socials, how to create a calendar. As we said, that's one of the things that you really need so that clients can book with you ASAP. How to schedule those social media posts. That's actually not the quick start, that's later on. But how to create forms for your calendar and your landing page. How to create that landing page for your lead magnet. Honestly, that's the one that's probably going to take you the most time, is how to figure that out. But I still walk you step by step and click by click on how to set that up. I show you how to choose a template. I suggest one for you to use. I show you how to modify that, and I make it so incredibly easy for you. We walk you through how to create the emails for your first nurture sequence and how to set up that automation. Now, each video, most importantly, is short, sharp, and shiny. Because I don't know about you, but the one thing I hate with a lot of online programs is I feel like I have to sit through an hour plus of information. And if I am just going back to review to confirm how to do one little thing, I hate having to sit through all of that trying to find that little 2 minutes of what I need. So when I record the videos, I make them short and to the point for just that one thing that you need. And then I create other videos for other things. Yes, it means there's more videos in the program, but it means that you can find what you need and go straight to it and just get it done without wasting time and energy. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that I'd done this. So watch the quick start videos, connect your calendars and socials, upload your images, select your lead magnet, build your landing page, and start putting it out into the world, and you're attracting clients. So trust me, you can do all of this in a day, definitely over a weekend. So if you join on a Friday, by Monday, you are definitely working on attracting clients. And it really doesn't have to be hard because I am sitting there with you every step and click of the way, making it simple and easy for you. Now, one of the things that Simplify Your Tech does that pretty much every other company I've ever met doesn't do is we're committed to giving you so much value, including as my gift to you when you become an email Simplify Your Tech client. I actually will migrate your website hosting over to the platform. So no longer do you have to pay for external hosting. You'll still have to pay for the domain name, and we'll go over what that difference is and why that is when we set it up. But you don't have to ever pay for hosting again. It's awesome. I have a client who actually just joined, and when we migrated her website over, it actually saved her over $400 a year in her web hosting, because her web hosting was just coming due, so the timing was perfect. And she looked at the bill and she's like, I seriously don't have to pay these guys for the website, the hosting. And I said, no, you still have to pay them for the domain name registration, but the hosting is now with us. So you don't, it's included in your program or in your account. And she's like, wow, awesome. I don't have to come up with another $400. Yay. Yay for saving money, right? So a lot of companies charge for the migration. This is my gift to you for becoming a client. And it is also including the setup of your email and creating emails that are part of your dedicated email domain. So for example, cat@simplifyyourtech.com rather than cat@gmail or simplifyyourtech@gmail. So this means that you can rest easy that it is done correctly, because I will tell you, migration of a website and setting up email is an absolute effing nightmare. There are so many ways that can go wrong, which is why a lot of companies charge for it, because there's a lot that goes into it. This is actually a $1997 value that I give to you for free as a gift. So the best part is that you're never alone. It is all about empowering you to use your technology to its full advantage, which I know can be a little overwhelming at times, which is why I've got you covered. I have your back every step of the way. It's what I love. It is my passion. It is my purpose. And there's nothing I love more than having my clients come with questions and leave feeling empowered, knowing that they're building their business. It's just so exciting. So when you join Simplify Your Tech, here's what you get. Access to the online learning and support hub. So basically it's lifetime access. As long as you're a member, it's part of your program, which means that you can go to those little videos and watch everything and get that step-by-step, click-by-click guidance. So if it's been a while since you've created a landing page and you want to create a new one and you're like, all right, I don't remember exactly how to do that, you go back to the videos, you watch it. It's awesome. It's like sitting next to an expert and watching them do it click by click and following along and doing it with them. It is that simple, that easy. And the updates, the developers are always updating the platform. So whenever something gets updated, I update the Learning Hub. You're always kept up to date on everything that's going on, so you never fall behind. It also includes a members-only Facebook group, because sometimes it's really nice to have the companionship and the support of other people that are learning too. People give and get a lot of support in this group. People will post questions. A lot of times other members have just figured it out, so they'll get to it and answer it before I can even get to them. It's really a lot of fun sometimes. The community in that Facebook group is just a delight. So I'd like to introduce you to Tash, who is actually one of my first clients. And she is one of the more tech-phobic clients that I have had. And not only has she become proficient with creating her landing pages, her lead magnets, she'll often send me copy for her lead magnet and say, can you just have a quick read over this? Or she'll bring it even more so to the community co-working sessions, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And she'll get feedback from the group, really, really valuable feedback from the group. And that community is absolutely priceless. One of the things that you also get access to is thousands of templates, and they're always adding more every month. So if you are not a natural designer, this is an amazing resource. I know a lot of my competitors do offer templates, but they'll usually charge for access to them or only give you access to a handful. So they're adding them every month, and it is honestly amazing, and it can make your life so much easier. This is Tracy, another long-term client who absolutely dreaded the thought of making a landing page. She went through the Learning Hub, watched the videos, built her landing page, and was like, oh my gosh, not only can I do this, it's actually fun. And now she's like, I can't wait to do my website. I got to do this. I got to. It's almost like I created a monster. It's awesome. So Simplify Your Tech also includes office hours, because having the online course is wonderful, but sometimes there is just no substitute for being able to talk to a live person. So I have what I call Ask Me Anything office hours. And you really can, and I have clients come in and ask me anything. Of course, the majority of what they ask about are platform questions. How do I do this? Why isn't this working? So they come in, they ask a lot about these things, but they also ask a lot of business questions, especially marketing questions. And they learn from each other. And it makes it so that you really feel like you are being supported and empowered. And those weekly office hours just, they really make a huge difference. The other thing, and I've touched on this briefly before, are what are called Make It Happen community implementation sessions. Because if you're like me, you're working from home all alone, except for the dog who is snoring in the background. I don't think you can hear him. But there are times that you just get caught up in the busy work, the this, the that, and you're like, I have been trying to schedule my social media for 2 weeks and it's just not happening. So you can come and spend 2 hours of dedicated focus time on those things that you just can't seem to get to in your business. And I don't know what it is, but something about working virtually in a Zoom room with other people, it just gets you to focus. And there are times that you just want to focus on a specific project, like writing an email sequence or scheduling that social media. And there are times that sometimes you're just stuck. And it's like, I really just need some other people to bounce ideas off of. So you tell me that, and we set you up in a hot seat and we brainstorm ideas for you. Maybe it's a subject line for an email, a social media campaign, anything that you need. Even brainstorming a topic for your lead magnet. It's like, what would my ideal client really want for a lead magnet? We help you brainstorm it, we help you title it, and we send you off and running with your brain buzzing. It's really kind of awesome. And I'd like to introduce you to Monica, who's one of my more recent clients. And she actually told me that she spent over a year and a half trying all of these different platforms and just couldn't quite find the right combination to really get her business flowing easily and simply. Now she's flying high, bringing in paying clients because her tech is easy. It's so easy. So you may be asking yourself, why should I join Simplify Your Tech now? There's actually it's a good question, and there's a lot of great reasons. The answer is really, really simple. The more simple and streamlined your systems, the easier and faster it's going to be for you to attract clients, to make money, and to have that successful coaching practice that you want. Especially if you're working a 9 to 5 and you want to go full-time in your business, getting your systems in place is absolutely critical. Think about it this way. If you had to change your email address and your mobile phone number, and let's say you got married and you changed your name, those 3 things, how big of a pain is that? Your driver's license, your passport, all of your logins for everything. So if your mobile and your email no longer work and you have to have new ones, you're changing every single login you've ever had, you're changing every single contact you've ever had. all of your doctors and appointment, just, I mean, think about what a pain that would be. Multiply that by about 1,000 and you have how annoying it is to migrate your tech. It's really annoying. Once everything, okay. And if you do have it partially set up and systems at the moment, but it's not quite working, now is a good time to do that before your business really starts to scale, because you're going to be too busy working with clients and building that business to want to have to deal with this. And if you're starting out, remember what mom always said, do it right once and you never have to do it again. This system is designed to grow with your business. It's designed to get you to that starting point and then take you as far as you want to go. There really is no limit. So to make it easy, it's one login, one platform to learn, one payment to track per month that saves you potentially a lot of money. Yeah, I already told you about the one who's saving $400 a month, or sorry, a year, just by web hosting, not to mention all the other stuff that she was doing. No more trying to have to manage logging into multiple platforms and trying to get them to talk to each other, because that is a lot of time, energy, and frustration that you no longer have to worry about. You have a trusted place to get good information. Because I don't know about you, but if you've ever tried to do online learning for any kind of tech platform on YouTube or Google, it takes a lot of time to find information that's even up to date, let alone someone who actually knows how to teach it. So just think about that, how much time that you may have wasted in the past just trying to get information that way. The membership is month to month. I don't lock you into a contract. So you always have the ability to come in, try it, and if it's not for you, yep, okay. If you have a current website on ClickFunnels, it can actually be easily transferred over. If not, you will have the guidance to quickly and easily build it on the Simplify Your Tech platform, and it actually is easier than you think and can even be kind of fun. Your systems are already in place, so if something happens to me, or systems are already in place, so if something happens to me, your account will continue without interruption. And okay, here's the thing. I don't know any other business that does this. I mean, any other business that does this. The price you pay when you join is the price that you will always pay. I will not raise the price. It will never go up, regardless of what is happening in the economy. Where else can you get a guarantee like that? Okay. So frequently asked questions, and I actually did answer some of these just a second ago, but we'll go through it anyway. The most common thing I hear is, well, what happens to my account if something happens to you? Like if you retire or you get hit by a bus, it can happen. Hopefully it won't. But I do have systems and processes in place so to guarantee the smooth running of my business so that your account will continue uninterrupted. I've got it. I'm setting it up legally. There's a couple of things I still need to do, but yes, systems are in place. You will be fine. Can I import my current website or funnel? As I just said, if it's in ClickFunnels, yes. Otherwise, we'll have to rebuild it. And there are options to have me or my staff do it for you. So if you don't want to deal with that, we do have a few a la carte done for you services, but that's not what we're getting into today. So if it's on ClickFunnels, yes, you can import it. What about updates to the platform? As I said earlier, you will always be advised of new updates, and I'm always updating the Learning Hub so that it looks like what's going on and you will know how to do it. Do we accept PayPal or bank transfers? No. I use Stripe because I find it really easy to use. It integrates easier than anything else. And I don't like to have to chase people for bank transfers every month. I don't like to have to spend the time tracking whether or not it came in or not. So it sets up with a Stripe payment gateway and then bills you every month on the same date. There are actually options for fortnightly and weekly payments, but we'll get into that in a bit. All that being said, Simplify Your Tech, when you have your account set up, you can integrate it with PayPal if you'd rather use that, but I do personally recommend using Stripe. Does it integrate with your accounting software? At this time, the only integration, native integration, is with QuickBooks. So if you're using MyOp or Xero, at the moment, no. But as I said, the developers are always adding new integrations and things. So we'll keep an eye on it. And when Xero or MyOp comes on board, I will send out a blast letting everybody know that if you use that, it will integrate later. But there are ways to get it to talk together. It just would take a little bit of extra work. What if I decide to leave Simplify Your Tech? Obviously, it's not going to be the right fit for everyone. And sometimes you just don't know that until you get into it. So the contract is month to month, sorry. So you would have to back up and download any of your documentation, IP, client files, and client list before we close the account. And if you needed help doing that, I can tell you how to do that. But we're not going to force you to stay or lock you into a 6 or 12 or 24-month contract. That just doesn't happen. So it is month to month. So if you wanted to come in, try it, and it's like, yeah, okay, this isn't quite for me. No harm, no foul. It's all good. My husband says I'm way too reasonable and way too nice, but as long as you talk to me, there's nothing that we can't work out together. Absolutely. So my big question to you right now is, how much of it do you want to have to figure out on your own? Do you want to spend, and if you enjoy doing it, God bless you, but do you really want to spend tons of hours on YouTube trying to figure out the right tech and how to use it and make it all work together? Do you want to be spending hundreds, if not thousands, on the platforms that aren't necessarily a good fit for a coach just to find out that they don't work for you? And are you willing to spend that time with your business tech and set it up with guidance so that you have it set up quickly and easily, possibly in as quickly as a weekend? So if you like the idea of getting it set up quickly, easily, and ridiculously affordable, let me show you how to make it simple and affordable. So here's the Simplify Your Tech Learning and Support Hub offer. It's an on-demand instruction program, and it does guide you, as I've said many times, step by step and click by click, because it is the fastest, easiest, and most effective way to set up your business so that it will grow with you. Now, the price on this is going to go up, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But right now, I know that a lot of people are really stressed about what's going on with the economy. They're nervous about inflation. There's talks of some countries adding tariffs and just all of this chaos and stress. So one of the things I want to do is take that money worry off the table, because this is an incredible value. And I'll talk a little bit about what my competitors are doing in just a moment, but I want to show you what I offer. So we start with the Learning and Support Hub, which is that online learning program with support for $4.99, and that retail value is $4.99. You get that private face group support for community and support. The 2 hours Ask Anything office hours, where you can come in and ask me anything you need. I am happy to work with you on that. Some days you even get lucky and there's only 1 or 2 people in there and you get a lot of personalized attention. We also have the 2 hours of weekly co-working, make it happen implementation sessions. So a lot of times it's office hours, we get some stuff figured out, then you come back during the make it happen and you put into practice what you had questions about during office hours. The migration of your website and the setup of your email, which I tell you honestly is kind of priceless, because the best part of that, and one of the reasons why it's not included in the Online Learning and Support Hub, is once it's done, you never have to do it again. It's one of those few things in your business, which is once and done. You get a one-on-one with me to help get you started, where you can ask questions, and it's considered like an onboarding appointment. And having your tech sorted out and working smoothly is absolutely priceless. Now, the total value of this is over $10,000. But of course, here's the deal. This is why you're here, right? I'm going to make that just $197 a month. That's it. And then the rest of this I am going to include. And as I said before, you only will ever pay that amount. It's never going to go up. Show me any other company that's going to do that. Now, here's the thing. I said before that this price is going to go up. So I'm making this $197 a month available to the first 30 people who sign up with this offer. When I get to that 30 people filled, I'm going to re-record this video at the new price, which is actually going to be $225 plus GST, which puts it out to about $249 a month. It's still a great value, but it's not as good as you're going to get if you're one of the first 30 people. It actually saves you quite a bit over time. Now, Simplify Your Tech, as I said before, does come with a happiness guarantee, so you are never locked into a long-term contract. And if you change your mind before any work is done, like migrating your domain, you will get a full refund. But as I said, your price never goes up. And you can choose monthly, fortnightly, or weekly payments just to make it easier for you. So whatever works for you, whether it's the $197 monthly, $97 fortnightly, or $47 weekly, we have an option to fit for everyone. It's up to you. You can do it the long way, spending time and money on things that are not designed to work together, that you have to figure out how to use by yourself without dedicated resources to support you. Or you can go the fast way, get up and running ASAP within less than 2 days, learning one platform, knowing that you're not alone and you have the dedicated support to be successful so that you can focus on that work that you love. As I said, the price is going to go up as soon as we fill those first 30 spots. So my goal is for you to be set up to run your business effectively and affordably. There is a lot of concern about the price on everything right now. So take advantage of being one of these 30 spots. Come on in for that 197 because, okay, let's talk for just a moment about what my competitors are doing. I have one competitor. Okay, so this is a white label of another platform called Go High Level. And Go High Level itself, you can sign up with. The very lowest plan they have is $97 American, which is about $165 Australian. So if you think about it, for only $35 more, you get the entire Learning and Support Hub and all of that amazing support for $35 a month. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. I have another competitor which sells the same platform under a different name. And I was chatting with one of their clients the other day who's in a group with me. And they said that they pay $197 American. So you're looking at a little over $300 Australian per month without, and it's basically just access to the platform. They don't really get a whole lot of other stuff. They get some videos, but not as targeted as the Learning Hub. Plus, they don't have office hours. They don't have Make It Happen sessions. They don't have the Facebook group. They don't get a lot of that support for a lot more money. So just something to consider and think about as we go forward and you're considering becoming one of those first 30 people, which I really, really, really hope that you will do, because I would really love to see you in the group and help you set everything up. Now, one of my earlier clients is Richa, and she asked if she could please pop in and say a few words.
Hi, I am Richa, and I'm a coach just like you. I've been confused and overwhelmed at Time by Tech, like I am sure you have been. There have been times where it almost made me want to give up. I am grateful to have found Simplify Your Tech. Before joining, I was using a bunch of different programs and felt like I was spending all my time sorting out technology and getting it to talk to each other. By the time I got around to attracting clients, I was exhausted. Not to mention all the money I was spending every month. Since joining Simplify Your Tech, I have found it so simple to get everything set up and organized. I had it all up and running within the first 90 days of joining, especially having the short targeted videos. It makes it so easy to find what I need and do what needs to be done. As a result, all of my energy has gone into attracting and working with clients, which has resulted in my business growing, more income, and having more time and energy to spend with my family. I am really, really grateful that I found Simplify Your Tech. If you are thinking of joining Simplify Your Tech and working with Kat, all I can say is do it. You will not regret it.
Thank you so much, Richa. I really appreciate that. And I just want to point out that Richa said she had everything up and running within 90 days. When Richa joined, the online program did not exist. And she did it as part of a 12-week live intensive. So that has now been put into the online learning hub. So you can actually go at your own pace and do it as fast as you want. So just to make sure that you know that. One thing I do want to say is that you deserve to value yourself, your time, and your training. And it is true that successful people don't earn more, they invest, and they invest in themselves and their learning and their resources so that they can earn more. And remember, when you keep it simple, you set yourself free. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. So if you are ready to get started or have any questions, just click on this image below the video. And the next steps are all there to either join or actually book a 15-minute call to talk to me and ask any questions that you may have. So I want to thank you so much for taking this time to invest in yourself and your business and to look at how you can simplify your tech and make your life so much easier and your technology easy to learn, simple to use, and especially more affordable. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you soon.